Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed our visit to Hans, and now we're going to go to Edam. Edam is about a 25-minute drive from here, and I'd like to take that time to share with you the story of East India Dutch Trading Company. How this small, swampy country became the most powerful, most influential country in Europe for about 150 years. It's a complex story with swashbuckling and unexpected outcomes and unintended consequences and some secret spy stuff. So I like to give people an idea of a historical perspective, just so they know what type of different events led to formation of this company. Now, in 1500s, this part of Europe was not a country. In 1500s, this part of Europe was known as the Lowlands, or as we call it in local days, was ruled by the Spanish crown. In early 1500s, King of Spain was Charles V, and Charles V was actually born in Flanders. He spoke Flemish and French as his first languages, and he had a unique understanding of people who lived in this area. He knew how to negotiate with them, how to communicate with them, and that's what made him to be an effective, popular leader for this area. Around 1550, he decided to retire. He decided to give up his throne and split his empire between his brother Ferdinand. He gave him the eastern part, and his son Philip. He gave him the western part. And Philip II was an entirely different person. Philip II was a Spanish man, only spoke Castilian Spanish, had a weird, uncomfortable personal manner about him, and was known to have quick, unpredictable temper. And Philip II had an expensive habit. He liked to get into wars. Wars are expensive. So to pay for his wars, he needed to raise money somewhere through his empire. And of course he could tax the rich, but it was really hard to collect. Rich lived in castles, they had armies, you had to go fight them for the money, and when you were done fighting them, you often spend more money fighting them than you would collect from them. Now with common people it was a lot easier. Common people as a rule did not have armies, so you could just threaten them and they usually paid up. What was beginning to happen in Flanders, in Netherlands, also parts of Scandinavia and Germany, is that common people who lived in the cities, just by virtue of having skills, knowing how to make weapons and tools and fabric and pottery, and selling it effectively, those people started to create something very unique for Europe of that time. To the Netherlands, but on the side, they bought and traded information. Information about troop placements, information about sea routes. Now this was a vast amount of money in those days. Well-established, successful craftsmen made about 500 guilders per year. So 400,000 guilders was a vast amount of money. They outfitted 4 large ships, called the Company for Exploration of Exotic Lands, and sent those ships off to look for the island of Java. That first expedition was not entirely a success. First of all, when they were going around Africa, they knew they had to go slightly westward at the equator to get picked up by a sea current that would take them to around Cape of Good Hope, where South Africa is now. But because they were doing it for the first time, they went way west. They passed by Brazil on the way to Indonesia. We can agree that's a little bit of a detour. They left with 284 sailors, came back with 100 in South Africa, because Dutch had a store there, and they went there with regularity. And this ability to communicate regularly and reliably with far ends of the world started the process that resulted in a global connected world that we're all sharing now. People will say that Dutch invented capitalism. So if you need to blame anyone for the way things are now, you may blame the Dutch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we will be arriving in Edam in about 5 minutes. Then we'll let the Spanish get off the bus and follow them outside. Hello Faye, this is Ilya. I'm the tour guide. we're about to arrive in Edam. No, but so I cannot pick you up. You need to go to where he sent you a map. You need to go to that point. Well, there's no bench there where the bus stops. So probably he usually sends a detailed map that shows you. If you look towards where the bus came from right now, you will see a double-decker bus. That's us, and we're going to be arriving in about 30 seconds. So if you look away from town, you will see a double-decker that's going to be showing up and turning right now. You see us? So we're going to turn right, and that's where the bus is going to. So please walk towards that direction, and we'll wait for you. I cannot pick you up because I have 50 people here. So they're in about 200 feet. So just you see that? Could you wave to me so I can see you? I do not see you, but you see that statue? Yeah, but oh, I see you waving. I see you waving. Great, great. Just walk forward to where the bus is going to stop. Right there. I'll wait for you. No problem. Great, great, great. Just wanted to be on the same page. I'll talk to you in a second. So we'll be pulling over in a second. Yeah. Thanks.
Sampai sana.